Also, we see only the center of our field of vision called the fovea. We only see the center of our field of vision called the fovea with clarity. The peripheral part is blurry in order to save energy, but the fovea is very small. To capture as much information as possible with the tiny fovea, the eye darts around constantly. This rapid jiggling motion of our eyes is called saccades. All this is done subconsciously, giving us the false impression that our field of vision is clear and focused. When I was a child and first saw a diagram showing the electromagnetic spectrum in its true glory, I was shocked. I had been totally unaware that huge parts of the EM spectrum, e.g. infrared light, UV light, X-rays, gamma rays, were totally invisible to us. I began to realize that what I saw with my eyes was only a tiny, crude approximation of reality. There's an old saying, if appearance and essence were the same thing, there'd be no need for science. If appearance and essence were the same thing, there would be no need for science. We have sensors in the retina that can detect only red, green, and blue. Only red, green, and blue. This means that we've never actually seen yellow, brown, and orange, and a host of other colors. These colors do exist, but our brain can approximate each of them only by mixing different amounts of red, green, and blue. You can see this if you look at an old color TV screen very carefully. You see only a collection of red, green, and blue dots. Color TV is actually an illusion. It's only red, green, and blue. Color TV, no siree bob. No siree bop. No siree bop. Our eyes also fool us into thinking we can see depth. The retinas of our eyes are two-dimensional, but because we have two eyes separated by a few inches, the left and right brain merge these two images, giving us the false sense of a third dimension. For more distant objects, we can judge how far an object is by observing how they move when we move our head. This is called parallax. This parallax explains the fact that children sometimes complain that the moon is following me because the brain has difficulty comprehending the parallax of an object as distant as the moon. It appears as if the moon is always a fixed distance behind them, but it's just an illusion caused by the brain taking a shortcut. Parallax. One way, the split brain paradox. Well, that's page 36, Michio, Kaku. Reality, really real? Everyone knows the expression seeing is believing, yet much of what we see is actually an illusion. For example, when we see a typical landscape, it seems like a smooth movie-like panorama. In reality, there's a gaping hole in our field of vision corresponding to the location of the optic nerve in the retina. We should see this large, ugly black spot wherever we look, but our brains fill in that hole by papering it over, by averaging it out. This means that part of our vision is actually fake, generated by our subconscious minds to deceive us. Michio Kaku, The Future of the Mind. The scientific quest to understand, enhance, and empower the mind. Page 36. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Revolution.